Hey, it's the Chief from the Dice Tower. Zombicide Season 3, baby. Rue Morgue. All right? More Zombicide death. By the way, I have a Zombicide t-shirt. I was going to wear it, and I went with Snoopy. Just throwing that out there. Season 3. We're going to go in and take a closer look, but I want to capture kind of what Zombicide is if you haven't tried it already. If you have, you already know. To me, it's my favorite zombie game simply because what it does is capture the feeling of the horde. You feel like they're pressing down on you, and the numbers get bigger and bigger and bigger, and if you don't move right, you're not getting out. I still get pictures tweeted to me of buddies that are in the middle of a game, and they'll be their little one painted survivor or colored survivor amidst this huge onslaught horde that are just surrounding them. And I'm always like, you get out? They're like, nope. And every once in a while, maybe they got rescued. So, all right, let's go take a closer look, and then I will give you my thoughts. Just looking at a few components, I wanted to show you one of the new deals is this now airborne helicopter. So you can show it's airborne by the little stand that it sits on. So you can fast rope off of this bad boy, or you can simply land it. But it's kind of a neat touch, and got to be honest with you, everything I'm looking for, because I keep buying each Zombicide season that comes out, or what are the new things they're going to give me. Just to pan around the board a little bit. So you're going to see you also have got this raised helicopter pad that you can add stairs to. You've got a very interesting like tent city, and these are flippable. They're like little cards. So, hey, you haven't even investigated this one now. You don't know what's in there. Boom. Now you can see, there's a couple zombies in there. So, and these just fit onto the spot, and it gives you a little bit more. I got to tell you, I am hungering for outdoor spaces. They also do a good job. Let me set this down, and I can move this out of the way. So we're very used to the roads and stuff, but here we actually move into a building, and we've got these nice open spaces, very similar to what they did in season 2 with the jail. So, but now you've got kind of like an internal road that's leading off to these little beds or whatnot. So that's some of the chrome. By the way, hey, she's down and burning. So rescue mission. The other big thing in each season of Zombicide is what kind of weapons are you going to get and what are they going to do. I'm going to be zoomed in, hopefully enough for you to just kind of see the names and what they do. You've always got a zombie that can come out when you're searching for stuff, but they've changed the artwork a little bit. Guillotine, the big thing here is that a skinner that you've killed with this cannot turn into a crawler. So crawlers end up just kind of, they're like half their body and they keep moving around. I believe the guillotine says all you need to know on this one. Got a MAC-10, it can be dual wielded, AK-47, the bow. The bow has a neat thing it's a +1 damage for each number 6 that's rolled on the range die. You can see your first saber, and then the bulletproof vest is nice. The first time it's hit, you switch it over to the damage side. It can take one more hit, and then it's gone. So it allows you to, kind of have that tough skill. You can see your sword, your urban mace. It's got a double-barreled long shotgun, so it's not sawed off. Has a little bit better range. And then you got your dual-wielding knife. And they include what they have are team actions. So if you wanted to shoot, you could have everybody that could see a certain zone fire into it as long as they can shoot into it. Or you could pick a zone, let's say we're all grouped together, boom, you play this down and say, hey, everybody that's in particular zone, whatever, they can all shoot. So they could all shoot out at multiple targets, or you could have some huge area and everybody shoot into it. Move is, like you would imagine, it's the same thing. You can either have everybody that's in a particular zone get a free movement. These don't go against your actions. It's just everybody gets a free movement. Or you can pick an area and everybody that can reach it can move into it. Charge is a little bit different, and it can be used against zombies or humans. It's kind of like the move action, but when you get there, you're going to be able to do a free melee. So these are kind of cool. These are new. You choose 2 of them at the beginning of the game, and they can be used in one of the player's rounds of action. So they're a little bit limited in use, but they're a nice little touch. Something a little mundane, but I want to show, is they've done a really good job of stacking their figures. These are the heroes. These do not have their zombivore counterparts, but I got to tell you, their storage solutions used to not be too good, and everybody was going out and getting Plano boxes. Now, contained in one little box, they've kind of double stacked these guys, and you can see your heroes. Let me just show you a quick look. I'm not a painter, so this is how they will stay. I still like my bowman there. And so you can see these stack really nice, and they did the same thing with the zombies. You see they've actually done, if I can get them out, a triple stack, which is extremely impressive. They've managed to fit these all into a nice tight container. And just so you can kind of see the new sculpts, boy, if you can, hold on. There you go, that's a little better. Got your new fatty. Here are your crawlers. And then your A-bomb abomination. We talked about him already. I like how you can reach out and pull you in. And your runners. And just to give you a little bit better look at them standing up without anything in the background, you can see how little those crawlers are. And your runners look almost the same, but they're a little bit different. Just explain the category in which you hit things, because it matters with these little crawlers. Is if you shoot into a zone, first of all, if there's a hero there, the hero is going to get hit first. There's some little different rules and weapons and scope or whatnot that can adjust that. But if you're firing in, you're going to hit a hero first. Then you would get the Skinner walkers, which are here, and then it's going to go to the abomination or the fatty, then the runners, and then you're going to run into these little crawlers. So you can see if you've got a zone where you've got an abomination and a fatty, and you got a runner, you've got to go through this hierarchy in order to hit them, and certain weapons are only going to take these two out. And the runners are going to move 2 spots instead of the standard single action that they can take, or they get 2 actions. So they could move and then bite, or they could run 2. So you can start to get overwhelmed. And the whole thing with Zombicide for me is the thematic getting overrun system that is in play. On that note, there are several new special abilities. Special abilities are displayed on your card here. So you can see the fireman has the lifesaver special ability. That means if there is a zombie within one zone and there's a friendly in that same zone, without it being a move action, he can go in with their consent and pull them to safety. He's a fireman. It also shows he can fast rope. So that just gives you a taste of Zombicide Season 3, Rue Morgue. Pretty much more the same with a few little tweaks. But I'm hooked. All right, quick hit. This is what Zombicide 3 brings to you that's cool. Helicopter. Guys that can fast rope out of the helicopter. That helicopter can move all over the place. Crawlers. Some of these little figs are missing legs. Okay, they're jacked up, they're crawling on the ground. But they're the last things that you can shoot per the rules in a zone. So they're always crawling at you. Freaky, thematic. Like it. There's going to be some NPC characters that's coming in, the Angry Neighbors. It's coming a little bit later on this. And this, you have group orders, so you can all commit and do the same group order. The A-bomb abomination. He's the big toughie. This one's scary. All right, first of all, you can't kill him unless you've got something that kills everything in the zone. Molotov cocktail, flamethrower, nuke, hello. And then he does this real cool thing. At the end of all his little actions, whatever he does, he can reach into any neighboring zone and drag survivors into his zone. Doesn't matter if you're in a car, rips you out of the car. You're on the other side of a barbed wire fence, or you're up in a guard tower from Season 2, comes up, yanks you out, pulls you down, drags you into his zone. Freaky. And he does it to anybody, so he's just yanking people and pulling them in. Hello? And then you only can kill him with something that's going to destroy the whole zone he's in. Watch out.
All right, you got tons of new figs that are coming in this one, or minis. Yeah, okay. I got to admit, I'm a little burned out on them. There's so many. There's some new weapons. The zone thing, however, they got this cool thing when at the very end of a turn, when you spawn new zombies, usually it's just one card per zone. Let's just say it's northeast, south, and west. All right, one card. And the random thing is just there's whatever color you're in is, hey, something different. You're going to get a runner, or you're going to get a fatty, or whatever. This is you roll dice. And the dice are pledged, so maybe 1 is north, 2's east, 3's south, 4 is west. If I roll 4 4s, they're all coming west. I draw 4 cards, they all come west, nothing out anywhere else. So you can't game as much on what's coming out. You always knew something was coming unless you got lucky and you got nothing. Boy, that almost doesn't make sense unless you play Zombicide. All right? But now, you can't game it as much. You can't say, yeah, we can rush over there because, we can handle one guy out of there. No. There may be a flood of them coming out. Love it. That's awesome. That is what it needed. Perfect. Love this. I got to admit, I'm starting to get a little Zombicide wore out, though. I'm like a completist. I got to get all these little minis and stuff. I don't know if I'm going to do it with the Season 4. But I tell you that, and they'll come out with like Zombicide outside with a farm. And I'll be like, ooh, got to get the farm. That's an outside environment. Ooh. We'll see. We'll see what they're bringing. I'm hooked. I know. All right, I'll leave you with that. Zombicide, thematic, feels like a movie, the whole press of the Horde. That's what it brings you. And tons of little miniature, little plastic dudes and gals. Chief, see ya. Bye.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at DicetowerNetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.